Hello Bookish friends, welcome to November wrap-up part 1. In this video I'm going to talk about the 4 works that I finished in the first 14 days of November. Like in my previous wrap-ups, I will insert the clips that I recorded right after I finish those works. It is the 1st of November and I finished a very short audiobook, the 4th book in Paddington Bear series, Paddington Abroad by Michael Bond. In this short story collection, Paddington and the Brown family goes to holiday to France. Many misfortunes and mishaps happen involving Paddington Bear, of course. I started listening to the series with the narration of Stephen Fry, but the last 2 books were available in the narration of Hugh Bonneville. Even though it's not as good as Stephen Fry, Hugh Bonneville also does a great job. And I'm really enjoying listening to these books as audiobooks. I'm thinking maybe I wouldn't have liked it as much if I read it as an ebook or a physical book. Anyway, I thought this short story collection was very cute again. The mishaps, misfortunes, and of course the naivety of the Paddington Bear was quite funny to listen to. But I gave this short story collection a bit lower rating than the previous one, because with the exception of one short story in which Paddington tries to set up a tent, additional clever humor, which is directed towards, I think, adults, was not present in the other short stories. But I of course enjoyed listening to this short story collection very much, and I gave Paddington Abroad by Michael Bond a 7 out of 10. It is the 3rd of November and I finished one book yesterday, and I also finished one graphic work today. The book that I finished yesterday was Denizin Uzun Taçyaprağı by Isabel Allende. This book was originally written in Spanish and the English title of the book is The Long Petal of the Sea, which is a description by the native people in the country of Chile. I read this book for my real-life book club. This book starts during the Civil War in Spain, and we meet Victor, who was a student of medicine before this war started, and he does war medicine and heals the people resisting the Franco's army. His brother is actively fighting against Franco, has a lover, Rose, and Rose becomes pregnant and Victor hears the news of his brother's death and the emerging victory of Franco. They decide to run away to France with his mother and his brother's pregnant lover. And with the help of Pablo Neruda, they then immigrate to Chile, the long petal of the sea. They start a new life there as a brand new family. And we follow the events that are happening in the Chilean history, that as well as the family dynamics that change as the years pass by. Isabel Allende was an author that I wanted to read for a very long time, and I was very excited when my friend suggested this book. I've heard very good things about her writing style, and I definitely agree with everything that has been said. So the plot was interesting, the characters were very vividly described, the socio-political background made their stories much richer. I read the book quite fast because I wanted to know what would happen, especially to Victor, which I identified the most. And I also really liked how the stories connected with real people in the Chilean history, including Allende's relatives. Overall, I thought it was a very decent historical fiction book. And I have heard that Allende's earlier works are even better. So I will definitely try books from her backlist in the future. To sum it up, I gave Denizin Uzun Taçyaprağı by Isabel Allende an 8 out of 10. The graphic work that I finished today was the first book that I read for Nonfiction November. I read Oddball by Andersen. This was also the fourth and the most recent book in Sarah Scribble's graphic memoir series. In this graphic memoir told in comic strips, we follow Sarah's adventures in a very funny style. Maybe because she is closer to my age, because this is the most recent book, I identified the most with this graphic memoir, and it was very interesting. Some of the things that are also part of me were considered as being an oddball, whereas I am very fine with being this way and never felt like an oddball because of these hobbies and sometimes obsessions. And I thought that it could be because I am still much older than Sarah Andersen, and as the time passes, we sort of accept who we are and we are at peace with our peculiarities. An additional reason why I liked this graphic memoir the most was the inclusion of things related to our bookish life as a reader. So in summary, I gave Oddball by Sarah Andersen an 8 out of 10, and it's great to make a progress with my secondary goal of finishing as many series as I can to reduce the number of series in my next in series list in Goodreads. Today is the 9th of November, and I finished Kiki's Delivery Service by Eioko Kadano. This was the booktuber recommendation that I picked in my TBR video. This middle grade fantasy book was one of the favorites of Luminis Libros for the year 2021. In this fantasy book, Kiki, a young witch, becomes of age, and as a tradition, she has to find a town to live in and become that town's witch. Kiki is at first nervous because she has never left her family, and she is not certain if she can do this job. But she comes across a town near seaside and really loves the town, and then decides to establish a delivery service because the best thing that she can do as a witch is to fly with her broom. After struggling for a while, she becomes accepted in the town and forms very unique and cute relationships with the people in the town. I really did like this middle grade fantasy novel. I read it with a smile on my face all the time, and I thought it was one of the cutest books that I have read. The character of Kiki really felt like a teenager. Her relationship with her pet, Gigi, the black cat, was adorable, and I really liked the message that you don't have to be like any other witches or any other teenage girl to be successful and to be accepted in the society. So to sum it up, I gave this cute middle grade book a 7 out of 10. And I'm so glad books with such messages do exist all around the world. Well, those were the 4 works that I finished in the first half of November. Please comment down below if you have read any of the works that I finished. And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose delivery. Delivery means teslimat in Turkish, and teslimat is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.